Hello friends, welcome to this topic that we are going to take up now about some of the main challenges to sustainable development. It's not that all easy also. We also have challenges in India. India is falling behind in achieving many indicators under the United Nations SDGs. 7 years before 2030, that means today, 2023, we are lagging behind in many of these, and we have only 7 years to 2030. So Lancet Journal published a report recently, and they have identified some of the challenges that we have in India. For example, first is about poverty and inequality, which hampers sustainable development in India by limiting access to essential resources like education, for example, healthcare, clean water, and by perpetuating social and economic divisions, disparities. So to address them is very crucial if we want to achieve inclusive growth. The second important challenge that we have in India is about gender inequality. That is again a very important sustainable development goal to achieve gender equality, especially concerning issues like early marriage of girls, teenage pregnancies, or partner violence. These are all because of the gender inequalities. The rates of child marriage continue to be high, and it appears difficult to achieve sustainable development goals. There is a pressing need to address these gender disparities, dear friends, and promote gender equality to ensure a more inclusive and equitable society. You all have done a practical in the module 1 when you promoted gender equality in your extended families. I'm sure that practical that you did within your extended family has given you some insights, some confidence, some learning, that if you wish now you can have your rural development project focusing on this aspect, and that is going to be a very, very important service. And that is what you can also, you can easily measure it also, how far success has been achieved in bringing about, the change in the rural communities with which you will work. The results will be amazing. You'll be so happy. The third challenge that we face in India is about funding. Despite India's dedication and efforts and giving priority to poverty alleviation in its development plan, a significant number of people still live below the poverty line. The current level of investment is short, they fall short of the funding which is required to effectively achieve the sustainable development goals. So this funding gap poses, of course, major obstacles in moving towards meeting these goals and addressing poverty-related, challenges effectively. So again, we have to be creative and see how do we increase the funding sources. And we discussed earlier about partnerships. So yes, what we have discussed before may present you some way out, at least for your own projects that you are going to implement. So as we said about CSR and other such possibilities that you can tap, and hopefully you will be receiving good support. Of course, many wonderful businessmen are there to come out and help you when they see a good, viable, meaningful project with clear-cut objectives. In fact, we are providing you with material on CSRs, and I suggest if you are thinking to take the help of CSR funding, then you may go through the material. There was a recent, CSR summit in Pune recently, and many wonderful people were there, shared their experiences. So There's a small PPT which was presented by one of our honorable vice chancellors, and I think that will be a good start for you to understand the CSR better, and then of course you can further explore it and talk to the experts about it. So the fourth challenge we face in India is about uneven progress, because not all the districts, progress at the same level. In some areas we have progress, for example, neonatal and under 5 mortality. Yes, we are progressing. Then improved sanitation. We also have progress in access to electricity. Across the country, we have improved in this. However, many districts still need to catch up, and efforts must be focused on closing these gaps and ensuring equal development opportunities for everybody. The fifth challenge that we have is to define key indicators. One of the major challenges in India in achieving SDG goals is defining suitable indicators to effectively monitor the progress. In the past, India has not been successful in setting relevant indicators to measure outcomes accurately. For example, the definition of safe drinking water. What does it mean? Earlier it was based on the availability of, suppose, hand pumps and tube wells. That led to official data showing that 86% of the people had access to safe water. However, this indicator did not consider the prevalence of waterborne diseases. We are going to have a video about that. And the deaths due to diarrhea, which remains a significant issue in the country. So still we have to work on it and see how, suppose, we can address this water issue. So the need for better defined indicators is necessary to ensure that progress towards sustainable development goals reflect the actual well-being and quality life of the people. And the final challenge, the sixth one, is environmental sustainability. India has difficulty in reaching the environmental sustainability goals because of the problems like air and water pollution, or deforestation, or improper waste management. Although Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has made a big difference across the country, but still there is a long way to go. So again, this is something that you may observe in the rural community that you go, that there is really meaningful activities you can do, thinking of activities which can be sustained by the local people in the villages. So these issues harm the natural environment and make it challenging to achieve climate and environmental preservation targets. It is essential to address these problems to create a healthier and sustainable environment for the country. Thank you very much.